Dear students, today we are going to start a new chapter from our English textbook, Chapter 1, Traveling with Grandfather's Zoo, that tells us about the author's train journey full of fun with his grandfather, grandmother and their pets. But students, before we enter into the chapter, I want to share a real incident that happened with me when I was a very young child like you all. The place where I live, my home place, a village in Darjeeling, there we don't have a facility of delivering milk by the people from home to home like you all have here. It is only available at the towns and for the people living at the marketplaces. So we have to go to the house to bring milk where the milk is available. I also had to go to bring milk to my neighbor's house near to my home. I used to go there every day with my cousin in the evening. My neighbor was quite fond of keeping varieties of dogs as pets in his home. He already had two small cute dogs. After a few days, he also brought an Alsatian dog, a German Shepherd dog. It was a giant dog. When it barked, the entire village used to shake. My neighbor was very proud of having an Alsatian dog. One day, when I went there in the evening with my cousin, the dog was chained up near the door. It began to bark louder to see us there. I stood still, but it continued barking. Its sound was so loud that my cousin ran out of there because of fear. To see him running out, the dog jumped and the chain was broken. Then the dog was free to run after my cousin. Within 2 or 3 jumps, the dog reached my cousin, jumped over him, and my cousin was cruelly beaten by that dog. From that day, I never went to that house. My cousin had to get 14 injections. Can you imagine 14 injections at the stomach near the navel? I never forget this incident, and so I never keep any dogs as a pet at my home. Do you also have any incident with the pets? What do you think about the pets and the incident that took place with me? Now you have to speak something about the incident that I just shared with you that took place with me. Okay, you have to write something or you have to speak something, but anyhow you have to give some response regarding the incident that happened with me and the pets that was kept at my neighbor's home. So what do you think about the pets, keeping pets at home? You all need to speak and share. Now we will move towards our chapter. As I told you that today we will start a new chapter from our English course book, our English textbook, and the title of the chapter is Traveling with Grandfather's Zoo. The chapter tells us about the author's train journey from his hometown Dehradun to Lucknow to visit his Aunt Mabel. The author of this story is Ruskin Bond, a very familiar name in the Indian English literature, who mostly writes poems and stories for children. He is an Indian author of British descent. It means he is an Indian, but he is from British family. He is an Indian because he was born and brought up in India. Even his father was also born and brought up in India. So he claims the citizen of India. He has a great contribution in the field of Indian English literature, as he has written volumes of poems and stories for the children of our country. Even the setting, the place of action from where the story takes place or story starts, belongs to his real home place, Dehradun. Ruskin Bond lives in Mussoorie, very near to Dehradun in Uttarakhand. In this story, the author is a little boy who is traveling from Dehradun to Lucknow in a train with his grandfather and grandmother and their pets. The word Jew in the title of the chapter refers to the pet animals that the author's grandfather and grandmother have kept with them at their home. They are quite very fond of keeping pets at home. So they have various kinds of animals with which they together share their home. They love to share their daily life with these animals and have fun with them. Okay students, now you all tell me, do you have any pets at home? Or do you have any pet animals at your homes? Do you love to keep pets at home? What pet animals do you have? A dog? A cat? Or what? A snake? Tiger? Or what? Do you want to know what are the pets at the author's home? Let's see. First we will see and know about the characters of the story. So, the main characters we have in the story are grandfather, grandmother, author himself as a little boy, Popeye the parrot, Timothy the tiger, Chips the squirrel, the python, and Aunt Mabel. Before I explain you the story, at first see the page number 11. We have some exercises to complete there, isn't it? Question number 1 says, see the question number 1. The question number 1 says that if you have a pet parrot, and we know that if we teach a parrot, it can speak the words like humans. So, if you have a pet parrot and you want to teach that parrot to say 3 things or 3 words, what would you teach that parrot to speak? It can be anything like, what is your name? Who are you? Where are you going? Welcome, thank you, etc. It's upon you that what you want to teach your parrot to speak. So complete that question on your own. Now the second question tells us that if you are traveling with your pet snake on a train, how would you expect people to react to see you with the snake? It can be excited, shriek to see you, to give you company, or anything you like. So do it also on your own. Now come to the third question. The third question asks that if you are traveling with your pet snake, how would you carry it so that the people would not notice it? There are many answers, like you would keep it safely in a cane basket and carry it, or you would take it in a bag, or by making a special carrier for that snake, or anything you would love to make to carry your pet snake. So you have to do this question also on your own. See, the answers of all these 3 questions I have given hints to you. Now it's upon you that how would you complete these 3 questions. You have to complete anyhow. Now let us enter the chapter and see what the chapter really tells us about. The chapter, the story, starts with the shrieking, high-pitched voice of Popeye the parrot, asking everyone to board the train before the journey starts. So the train journey of the poet with his grandfather and grandmother and their pets starts. They are going to Lucknow from Dehradun to visit Aunt Mabel, as they have already made their home at Lucknow also. They have planned to stay in Lucknow for some months with Aunt Mabel. They have reserved and occupied an entire 4-berth compartment for themselves in the first class in the train. They have taken along with them a variety of animals like Popeye the parrot, insisted by grandmother. Grandfather has taken his teenaged tiger Timothy, and the narrator, the author, has his own little pet Chips the squirrel. They have not taken Python, as grandmother did not want to take it along with them, and they also thought it would be a wise decision not to take the python with them. Timothy had the entire single berth for himself. The story takes us to the olden days, the old days of our country, when the population of our country was very low as compared to today's population. So those days it was possible for everyone to travel with their pets. So the author's grandfather was also able to take those pets with them in their journey. But in today's situation, we can't imagine to travel with our pets. Can we? No, I don't think so. It becomes even very difficult to travel alone, as the railway stations remain crowded all the time, isn't it? Finally, the journey starts very well. There was no complaints about anything, any pets of grandfather. Even the guard accepts that Timothy, the tiger, was a very good passenger because he was very well behaved. Like other humans, he doesn't steal any food items from vendors. He doesn't shout at the coolies. He doesn't break the railway property, no spitting nowhere, and very disciplined. Even Chips finds the train as a haven for himself. Passengers in the train had brought roasted peanuts with them, and no sooner Chips was very fast to make everyone his friends and enjoys peanuts with them. But the journey was not same and peaceful for the family, as Popeye begins to object the vendors and poking other people through the window. Chips also comes out of the author's pocket and disappears from the compartment, scurrying along the corridor. His tummy was almost bursting, filled with peanuts taken from the passengers before reaching Lucknow. In the mid-journey, grandmother feels sleepy and wants to sleep opposite to the berth of Timothy. Grandfather asks her if she feels hungry. Grandmother replies she is not hungry and asks grandfather to take food from the food basket and goes to sleep. Grandfather and narrator open the food basket but only find the dinner gone away, and the python had curled itself into the basket after eating the complete food. The python had found its way back from the garden where it had been laid out and got into the food basket and into the train without anyone's knowledge in the family. Grandfather tells the boy, the narrator, the author, not to mention about the python to grandmother, as she would think they brought the python with purpose or knowingly done by them. The journey was still to cover, but at the midnight, they wake up with the cries of "Snake! Snake!" It was the passengers shouting to see the python curling up in the wash basin of the train toilet, having gone to drink water after a heavy meal, because the python had eaten all the food that grandfather had taken for the entire family member. Now they don't have any food left for themselves. So the sound of the passengers at the midnight wakes them up. And grandfather, to surprise of others in the train, picks up the python and says he would not harm anyone as he had eaten full meal. Grandfather takes him back to the compartment. However, their journey is finished and they reach Lucknow. They find Aunt Mabel waiting for them at the Lucknow station. She is a kind of a forceful woman of somewhat humorous nature. She is a kind of open-hearted woman. She loves the food cooked by grandmother. She becomes very happy that the basket at the author's hand was full of food cooked by grandmother. And the author adds that the basket is completely for Aunt Mabel. Out of the station, they see a brand Chevrolet taxi waiting for them. They head towards their new home. They want to settle down now in their new home at Lucknow, as grandfather says. Finally, they reach their new home. They see the light breakfast waiting for them on the dining table. Aunt Mabel keeps the basket of food for her from grandmother on the table and eagerly opens the lid and suddenly faints with a loud shriek to see the python in the basket. Grandfather takes away the python out and hangs it over the guava tree. When Aunt Mabel recovers, she says that she imagined that she saw a snake and believes that it was her dream and imagination. Listening to her, everyone bursts into laughter. Everyone in the family. So this is all about the fun the family had. Grandfather's family had during their journey from Dehradun to Lucknow, and finally they reach Lucknow at their new home. Now they are together, and now Aunt Mabel has also come and started living with them. So now students, I am also providing you a list of words from the chapter. These are the difficult words of which we have to find out meanings from the dictionary. So your homework is to find out the meaning of all these words I am providing you from the text. So you need to go through the dictionary and find out the meaning of all these words and write them in your notebook. And please don't write the meaning in Hindi. You should write the meaning only in English. So students, I hope you have liked the story, you have liked the chapter, and you have understood well, and now you are able to complete your related exercises also. So it was all for today. We will meet again in our next video.